how's it going, everybody? So, I've been really looking forward to this game, but I was afraid that, like, oh goodness. I was afraid that this cord is lost forever in purgatory. Gotta get better cable management, is what I gotta do. I was afraid that if we didn't play it now, like if I didn't get my hands on it and just play it, that it would never happen. So, like, what the fuck, we're jumping right into Cthulhu. Or no, that's not the name of this game. What's the name of this game? Call of Cthulhu. Right into it, right into Cthulhu. Yep, that is me. Settings. Graphically, everything's on Epic. See if that works out fine. Subtitles on. I'd probably okay not having crosshairs on. I don't know. Hey Dark, how's it going? Yeah, let's fucking jump into things. Empty slot. Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He's now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. I'm not sure what a torpor is. Also, goddamn, 1924 sleeping pills. That's the good shit. Of course I didn't turn my notifications off. A state of physical or mental inactivity. Lethargy. This is a torpor. Okay. If I am mad, it is mercy. May the gods pity the man who, in his callousness, can... Gross! It's fishy and awful. Goddamn torpor. So this is what entering madness feels like. The bottom of a pier at low tide. Ooh, that is... blah, that's some fast camera movement. It's been a while since I haven't used a controller. I think I can use a controller for this game, but it feels more... Oh, there's a sneak. Oh wait, I don't have to hold. Okay. It's a toggle sneak. I don't know. Is it E? E is, okay, E is my interact button. I bet shifts a run. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I really didn't want this game to, like, slip by us and never get around to it. And I thought, like, what the fuck better time to play than right now? And I know we have a lot of games going on right now, but I think we can make it work. You must light up some things to interact with them. This? Can I touch this? No? Oh, I touch this. I get my crazy green lantern so that I can get these bolt cutters so that I can cut these bolts or whatever. hold on. What's this way? This lantern and fog effect is crazy looking. Red fish. Blue fish. One fish. Cthulhu.
In my wake, pulled along.
Fuck.
Fate inescapably draws you on.
I mean, yeah, I guess. If you want to put it like that. Ah, I got a light! Okay. Hold on. Is that a...
Putrid offering.
Oh no! Orcas!
Don't fight. You have been chosen.
Run! It said run!
Behold,
I'm beholding.
everything has already been written. But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Everybody's got crazy faces. Oh God! Here's the auger of Abridus. Man, this torpor's really getting to me.
I hate whiskey.
Is that like not an
Been too long since I've slept in a bed.
Then go to a bed.
I wonder why I still take these things.
Doctor prescribe them. Whoa. When I returned from the war, they swore they would put an end to the nightmares. Okay. Oh, I have obtained them.
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
Husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after. No?
A good old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
Bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed the case. When you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Oh,
Natural
fuck!
sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
This dude's smart. He's not your... Whoa, his wrist looks a little fucked. Fuck yeah, we're gonna have a drink. Who do you think we are? Think we're just gonna not drink?
Been a while since I jotted down something other than my nightmares.
Pierce Investigation Agency, the doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return one of those mornings. I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they're different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? Probably Cthulhu. Hello?
Are you Edward Pierce? Private investigator.
It's rude.
By the Wentworth
It's not how we talk on the phone.
That's correct.
Hello, Mr. Pierce. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
God damn it. Oh, this is kind of a cool way. This is a cool, like, way to put points into your character. I like it. Allocate your character's points. Okay. How? Oh, 8 available. So I can do strength. And spot hidden. Investigation and spot hidden. I can do eloquence, spot hidden, and medicine. Improve of determining the use and origin of occult artifacts. Of determining dosage of a drug, making... Yeah, eloquence. Oh, it's not what I thought. Hold on. Oh. Well, it is what I thought. But it doesn't work the way that I thought. Wait, what? Yes. Validate.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related
I don't
matter,
believe you.
may I raise a sensitive question?
No.
What's wrong?
As you know, we wish to closely monitor the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license.
She's
Don't
not
you
wrong.
worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
Whoa.
I'm coming.
Way to not be on the payroll anymore, dude.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem.
That's a
And I
bitchin'
must
movie
say that I
poster you're
expected
holding.
anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Is that
Stephen
because I
Webster,
had a drink?
industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
If you come
Both.
to me, it means you're desperate.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool.
What happens if
Sarah, my little girl,
I might switch over to
she
this, I
is
don't know.
dead. Even you
Oh, no.
must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter.
The Sarah
Everyone
Hawkins?
knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything.
A woman artist? Why, I never.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never
1920s.
have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof,
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully at this painting.
That's a super fucking awesome painting. I love it.
Tell
I
me all
want
the
it.
assumptions that come to mind.
Please. Give to me. I'll hang it in my living room.
what am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness.
Man, their
Or
lip
if,
movements
on the
are
contrary, you
kinda
manage to
fucked.
detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Why wouldn't you just hand it to me?
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
A shipping label. Some of it's unreadable, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report says the fire started in the dining room, claiming the whole family. Police decided it on domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting, an article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life. Their only son, Simon. Strange picture painted by Sarah Hawkins a short while before her tragic death was sent to her father just after the artist died. He's convinced that she is the sender. He brought me the painting so that I could examine it. Stephen Webster, a wealthy industrialist, came to my office. He wants me to reopen the Sarah Hawkins case, named after his daughter, who died in a fire alongside her entire family. I must examine the documents he compiled. My private detective agency contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there's no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed. I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. I don't have any information. That's the only clues I got. My old lighter I engraved in the memory of the 77th Battalion, 77th Infantry Division of the Men of the Lost Battalion, who fell. Oh.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Shouldn't take this painting lightly. Find out about Warehouse.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears. I think your daughter is sending you a message.
That's what I believe, too. It was 3 months ago that I received the call from the police telling me of my daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home.
I think I might just
the
stick
painting is linked
keyboard.
to this case, can't you
I don't know
see?
why I'm switching back and forth.
You must find the meaning behind all this.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds
Yes.
the secret
Yes, I
regarding
do.
my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have
There's
hurt a
some weird
fly.
graphical shit in this
She
game.
only thought she saw things.
Saw things.
Like, especially for
I never knew what she
the
meant by
graphics
that.
being turned
My
all the way
daughter was
up.
an
Like, this
enigmatic
is
figure,
like
Mr. Pierce. You must find out the
early
truth about her life
360 level
and
graphics.
death.
Her husband was a big deal on the island. But the police are sticking to the accident theory.
I mean,
Though
it's
they
not
mention
like a
Sarah's
big
mental
deal,
state
but
was fragile.
it's just
I
weird.
believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
It's weird seeing this in like a brand new game.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the
Because, like I
sender?
said, it's just,
That
it
is what
reminds
you
me of
must
like
find out.
early
Go
Xbox
to
360
Darkwater.
or
Find
early
Warehouse
PS3
36.
level graphics.
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right.
And you think your daughter...
That is what you go to Darkwater.
I think
Okay.
I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything for my daughter to recover her honor.
Quiet down. I'm on your side.
He's not being loud.
Let's sum things up. An
I'm
artist
being
dies
loud!
with her family in a house fire. Your only clue
Quiet down.
is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her
Ooh,
death,
promontory.
Correct.
That's a good
And the
word,
rumors
too.
about her supposed folly.
which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah Hawkins' death. You will be handsomely compensated.
I'll be handsomely constipated.
I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
The fuck does that
Nothing's
mean?
queer, but it's not like I have a choice. Darkwater.
All that remains is to leave for Darkwater. I'll certainly find something on Darkwater in my bookcase. Find out about Darkwater, leave for Darkwater.
I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic. I'll no doubt find some information on this island in there.
Settings, control. Really, the keyboard sensitivity is that far down and it's still... Okay. Crouch, run, interact, middle mouse button, huh? Interesting. Left click is to shoot. Right mouse button to lean forward.
I used to be an avid reader. Wentworth Agency doesn't attract top-notch cases.
That's a fucked up thing to say about the people you work for. A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. First volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world, details symptoms, suitable treatments. Did I get, like, a medical point? Or... what did... Huh. The mental trauma that I have unlocked is nightmares. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, where he took part in the Meuse-Argonne offensive. He's one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemies and Allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades. Without food or medical supplies, soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce, traumatized by these events, he consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off nightmares. Okay, so we got Stephen Webster, Stephen Webster, wealthy businessman, well respected, came to see me, investigate the death of his only daughter Sarah. Man accepts neither refusal nor inconvenient truths. Okay. Charles Hawkins, who's a ship owner, local celebrity on Darkwater, the heir of a ship owner family, used to travel a lot. He met Sarah during his time in Paris, fell in love, got married, took her to Darkwater, had baby. Oh, she was beautiful. A painter, known for her tortured artistic universe, worshipped for the strangeness of her work and rarity of her public appearances. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me." Her marriage to Charles Hawkins years ago Surprised high society columnist, wealthy Boston heiress known for her party-going, chooses to follow her new husband and live as a recluse on the island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of newspapers and nobody heard any more about her. Okay. Little baby boy Simon, only son of Sarah and Charles, died in fire. He sucks at fires. Intuitive and visionary artist for some, overpriced imposter for others. Sarah Hawkins leaves nobody indifferent. This mysterious reserve painter offers strange images with violent colors and wild strokes to the world. If her paintings are testimony to her vision of the world, then the world of Sarah Hawkins is a portal open to another dimension. Okay. Clues. This painting depicts a monstrous silhouette threatening a woman and child. Flames can be made out in the background. Stephen Webster, the father of Sarah Hawkins, thinks this is linked to her death. Whose death? Somebody's death. So you can progress by reading, apparently.
Darkwater is off the coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it.
Darkwater.
According to this book,
Oh, no, he's not done.
it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century. But it seems to have been shunned since then.
Excellent whale hunters. Terrible friends. Darkwater Island has been inhabited since the 14th century, still rich with many memories left by its lost tribes. Don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive, primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. Gigantic creatures still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coast of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology. I should get rid of all this stuff.
Why?
I should get rid of all this stuff.
Why? What is it? One more for the road! Let's leave. Pierce took the Hawkins case. Cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label and address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be a starting point for Pierce's investigation. Cool. Cool. Good loading screen. Oh wow. Bar moved. It moved. Up. It's loading. Oh yeah, get those assets in there. Yeah, you load them textures. It did it, yay! It's foggy as shit here. Did I bring my gun? That's what I would like to know. A game. by Cyanide Studio. What else has Cyanide Studios done? Studios. They did Blood Bowl.
We're almost there.
They did Styx! I couldn't stand Styx! A lot of weird bicycling games. Lot of bicycling games. Crazy. Okay. In fact, I think that the voice actor for the detective is the same voice actor as Styx. Or they sound pretty similar anyway. Man, I played all of like 15 minutes of Styx before I just couldn't anymore.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
I hope this game's better than Styx.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain Fitzroy.
I mean, it has been so
What
far.
wind brought you?
Dead Lady
Does the
Wind.
Hawkins case mean anything to you?
It was Dead Lady Wind that brought me.
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
So how about you forget it?
And his wife, Sarah Hawkins.
A nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy. You
Wow.
know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office.
The Harper Master's office.
If it's the
Well,
Hawkins
I lost
family
it.
that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
Understood. I'm going for a look around the docks.
Check the diary. Talk to Fitzroy, talk to Brad. Can I not? Okay. On the approaches to Darkwater, I saw thick clouds masking the sky. They were so low they seemed intent on impaling themselves on the sharp reefs that circled the island. Fitzroy, the captain of the only tub that manages to float to the mainland, offered to help me. They have documents that belong to Charles Hawkins. No! Fitzroy advised me to visit the port's bar. He mentioned a little pick-me-up. I suppose I could get the lay of the land at the same time. Fishermen have gathered around the carcass of a killer whale. I could have a look and see what the local cops have got to tell me. Captain Fitzroy offered to share with me what he has found on the Hawkins, the archives of the Harbor Master's office.
Let the police do their work. Hey, Sullivan, can't you go any faster? The same goes for you, sir. Move along.
You have a crazy face. You look... Totally. These sailors get upset for nothing.
They seem to be very agitated about a dead animal.
You're telling me? These fools think that putting the whale back in the water will bring about the end of the world.
They're superstitious.
If only you knew. They only listen to Captain Fitzroy. And not always. And you. What brings you to our island?
I'm
You
looking
look
for
like
this
a
address.
character from Psychonauts.
Warehouse 36, Darkwater Harbor.
I like you, so I'll be frank with you. Don't go near the place. Don't try to get in.
Why?
Because I
Don't
told
even
you so.
look at it.
Learn to accept some friendly advice. Now, please, allow me to do my job.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign. There's
The blood is just beginning to coagulate. It died a short time ago. Only a specialist would know what killed it.
That's no way to treat an omen.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna get us into trouble.
Can I
You can
talk
see
to
that
him
I'm
again?
busy, can't you?
You can't understand. You're not
Nope,
sailors.
he's not feeling it.
It's a sign. There's something coming.
Well, I mean, like, why don't you just not put it back in the water? Like, if the thought of putting it back in the water is upsetting the fishermen, don't put it back in the
Prohibition
water.
is just a joke around here. That suits me fine.
There's no need to put it back in the water. Like, you can do
Broken.
other things with it.
This place seems half abandoned. I wonder what Captain Fitzroy has got to say
Captain!
about this woman.
Terms of our agreement are clear. Keep your men under control. You cannot afford to provoke us. We need to answer this message. No need to answer this message. Jesus Christ, just make a payment to the carrier, cat. God, I'm fucking stupid
This
today.
blackboard hasn't been used in a long while. The Scylla. It finished up beached at the entrance to the harbor.
Okay. So I think that those do give you experience points, but like it seems to be a small amount. I think it gave me like 4%.
This man and Fitzroy could be twins.
Man who looks like Captain Fitzroy is posing on a bridge of a ship. He has a wooden leg. How do I know it's not Fitzroy?
What a macabre souvenir. What a macabre souvenir.
Cabra. I don't think I've ever heard it pronounced that way. I've only ever heard it pronounced macabre.
I've brought out the Charles Hawkins cargo manifests.
Cargo.
They're on the table next to you. But in truth, you're likely to be disappointed. When you're done, come join me on the deck.
You don't have a wooden leg.
These manifests are signed by Charles Hawkins. But that's all I'll get from them.
Only a few dates are still legible. 1890, 1907. And a partial date. The rest of the document's blacked out. Who would want this information to be hidden? Who knows? It's crazy busted out in here.
Fishing equipment. Could do with some rust remover.
A poop hole!
From here, I see everything that goes on in the harbor. The hard-working lives of my sailors, the fights at the stranded whale. Even the antics of these wharf rats don't escape me.
It's
Cool.
you who lays down the law around here.
Oh, I wouldn't go that far. I'm just the last serving captain on Darkwater. Tell me what I can do to help you.
I'm just back from the wharves. The dead killer whale is unsettling the sailors.
Ah, yes. Us men of the sea are superstitious folk.
I've noticed.
Killer whales don't have many known predators.
I don't think they have
That's
any.
true. And normally, they're not found around here. But, you're gonna take me for a fool.
Give it a try.
Have you heard about the depths? Trenches that plunge into the earth and that shelter creatures unlike any other.
Yes.
You're talking about mythology.
No, that's just a
Indeed,
thing.
You're right.
You're not
The
wrong.
police took the decision to put the killer whale back into the sea.
You've got to understand them. They didn't know what to do with it.
I think that was a mistake. Who says that whatever caused those wounds is no longer in these waters?
You think we should have kept it?
To look into the real cause of its death, at least.
Okay.
I was looking at your photograph. The one of the man in front of the boat.
Ah, yes, I can see the one you're talking about.
Interesting resemblance.
How? What?
I thought it was you.
It's like
but
upstairs.
with a wooden leg.
And for good reason. That's my father in the photograph.
Your father?
John Fitzroy, captain of the Scylla. His wooden leg is
Oh,
here.
hey.
You can go and see it if you're interested.
Already looked at it.
I found a threatening
Who's
letter
cat?
signed by a certain cat.
What? I don't mind you visiting my harbor master's office, but I'd prefer if you didn't go through my affairs.
Are you being blackmailed?
Not exactly, no. That shyster wants to make us pay protection money.
With any
I
success?
don't know if that's okay to
I
say.
wouldn't say that, but she terrifies my men as much as her own.
Can you not do anything to stop her?
Don't you worry about that.
It's not a slur, it sounds like one. But I guess kinda anything is a slur if you say it
Your
in a
manifests have been
certain
blacked
tone of
out.
voice.
They're totally unreadable.
Yeah, I saw that. I've got no idea who did it or why. I don't remember having countersigned anything special enough for someone to hide it.
And why obliterate the dates, as well as the goods stored in the warehouse?
I don't know if I
You mean
believe
that the
you.
dates have some meaning?
I know that Charles Hawkins was descended from a family of ship owners, and the island's fishing industry was hit badly.
Indeed, we specialized in whaling, but no whalers went out to sea after the miraculous catch of 1847.
What's the miraculous catch of
where did the
1847? I
Hawkins
need to know
family
more
get
about
its
it
money?
right now.
Well, from what Charles inherited, I presume. Although
We're
these
whalers
dates
on
on
the
the
moon.
manifests
We
could
carry
indicate that he had
harpoon,
contracts
but
of
there
another
ain't no
kind.
whale, so we tell
With
tall
whom?
tales if we sing a whaling tune.
I'm looking for Warehouse 36. Do you know where it is?
Look,
feel
it's
like-
right there. The warehouse is opposite the jetty. You can't miss it.
I feel like I should have talked to him last.
Understood.
You know who the building belongs to, don't you?
Nope.
It belonged to the Hawkins family.
Precisely.
I think that somebody here wanted me to search this warehouse. I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Okay. I gained, insane. I gained insane clown posse. ICP. We're gonna sing a whaling tune? God, everybody in this game looks vaguely like Psychonauts characters.
Hey, be careful.
That's Kat. I found her.
Let's get him another drink. He's dry.
In my bar, we don't serve troublemakers.
You saw what happened. He's the troublemaker.
Oh, you're a true mainlander. A real princess. You strut around with your la-di-da ways, and then, as soon as the pressure rises, you start squealing. You don't have what it takes to drink my whiskey. You've got to earn it.
I'm here for information, not for a fight.
I did the wrong
prefer
thing.
it that way. Speak then. I reserve the right to answer or not.
The stranded whale. I guess this bar has been here a long time.
What can I tell you? I'm a nostalgic sort of guy. The name, it reminds us of the golden age of dock water. When our whalers left for long months and came back, sweating and stinking of the oil and flesh of the whales they'd been hunting.
It was a tough time, all the same.
Ah, but steeped in glory. We've never known such wealth since then.
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood
I'm
why.
kind of wondering how long it's going to take
I don't want to speak
to get
ill
into
of
the
dead.
occult shit of this game. But, like, as much, I don't want to speak ill.
Her style made
Anyway,
her
so
famous.
I'm wondering, like,
How would you describe it?
how long
Torture?
it's going to take to get
Yeah.
into the crazy
Well,
occult
it wasn't
stuff.
normal.
But, like, at the same time, I kind
mean,
of
for
want
a
it to
young woman
I
with a
want it to
child
take a
and
long
all that.
time, and I want it to be a
We saw
very
them in the
slow
papers,
build.
and we said to ourselves, who can paint such things? Is that how she sees the world?
But it's,
So they made you feel uncomfortable.
God, it's such
You
that,
need
like,
to see them
fine
for
line to
yourself.
walk
Make up your own mind.
Her vision. Was it so terrible?
how,
The way
like,
I see it, the
how
truth
long
is
can we
really
draw
a
it
question
out
of point of view.
and leave it this,
What do you
like,
mean by that?
Do you
dark
still
looming
trust the truth
mystery
after a bottle of whiskey?
with it still being interesting
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
and not just become boring?
What can you tell me about her?
We all knew she was famous on the mainland for her paintings. Never understood why.
On the mainland.
I don't want to speak ill of the dead.
I've got what I need.
Anything else?
I didn't expect to find alcohol on this island. What's the source of this miracle?
You mean who? Our source of supply wouldn't like me to betray them to the first comer.
I'll tell nobody.
She'd know it anyway. Anything else?
It's Cat. Cat would be the,
What do you know about the Hawkins warehouse?
If I were you, I wouldn't hang around there.
Why not?
First off, there are rumors.
Why do we have all these
Sailors from
prohibition
around here
newspapers
say you
hanging
can hear
in this
noises coming from the warehouse at night.
bar? Just cuz?
Screams, that sort of thing.
Screams.
And that's not all. There's the fate of its owners and all the superstitions that go with it. But I'll say no more.
Why?
Anything else?
Captain Fitzroy told me about a little pick-me-up.
Oh, yeah? That must have been before you came looking for a fight in my bar.
Oh, come on. Because of a little tussle.
Drinking it here is a privilege, and I grant the privilege to whoever I want. Anything else?
That'll be all for now.
Well, fucked up my chances of drinking. See, Roy Mitchell, Island of Darkwater, Darkwater Port, The Stranded Whale.
The miraculous catch. Apparently, the most significant event of the last.
Oh, this
80
is the thing I
years.
wanted. The Scylla returned to port to save Darkwater from famine. We'd given up hope. The crew of the Scylla, or what remained of it, returned to Darkwater Port late on Tuesday afternoon. The locals immediately rushed to the docks to welcome the last whaling ship on the island. People were amazed at the sight of the unbelievable catch the brave vessel had on board. Of a size that went beyond that of the formidable toothed whales, the Cetacean that is already being called the miraculous catch, I don't know how to say that word, covered the whole deck, and parts of it were hanging over the sides of the ship. The surviving sailors told of a frightening account of the perilous catch, but also its meat unmatched in quality and plentiful nutritious benefit. No doubt that the immense size of the whale will allow numerous inhabitants of Darkwater to feed themselves, bringing an end to the famine from which part of the island was suffering. Warehouse for rent. Mr. Marks is putting his warehouse up for rent from June for fishing, workshops, or storage activities. You can contact him via your favorite newspaper or visit him on the docks. Special evening at the Stranded Whale. To celebrate the return of our brave whalers, all of the staff at the Stranded Whale invite you to an exceptional and free tasting event. Come with your family, with your friends. Taste the miraculous catch.
You have no right to treat us like this. And the doctor, what did he say?
I'm a fucking
Nightmares.
doctor.
Can hear things and voices whispering.
Oh, you're not
Will
okay?
follow its reader and appear at various locations, gifted with its own consciousness,
Algernon.
until it finds a new reader. Ah, that's it. Maybe we should let him take it. No, the risks are too high. It's a book, after all. Pure knowledge.
Algernon, I need you to be with me, buddy. I need you to be here. Man, your pants are awesome.
Do you like our song?
Yeah, I do.
We're true sirens.
We may not be pros, but we give it all we've got.
It's fucking
That's
awesome. I
true.
was so happy to
It's a
hear somebody
reminder of
singing
the
a
time
whaling
when we were
tune.
still fishing for whales off Darkwater Island.
I've never heard this song before.
Only people from here know it. It tells the story of the miraculous catch.
I saw the newspaper clipping. You don't believe it, do you?
Watch what you say, young man.
That catch saved our island.
Where's the proof?
We're the proof.
Without it, the whole of Darkwater would have died of hunger in 1847.
It's true. Everything happened just as it says in the newspaper report.
There
Our
was a tasting
grandparents
event.
tasted its flesh.
And it was delicious.
Some say we can still taste it to this day.
What brought whaling to an end?
The whales, of course.
They all disappeared.
You exhausted the stocks.
You could say that, yes. There were fewer and fewer of them.
Until the last, the biggest.
The one of the miraculous catch.
Exactly.
I heard the Hawkins family owned a warehouse on the docks.
But we don't
Whole
talk about
family
that.
of ship owners.
Tell me something I don't already know.
They were made much richer by the miraculous catch.
How?
Shouldn't talk about the dead like that.
We're not speaking ill. We're just saying that
What, that they-
Daniel Hawkins made a fortune without taking any risk.
There! You're speaking ill, you see.
I never
It's
understood
your
the
proof
speaking
that
ill
the
of the dead
miraculous
thing.
catch really did happen.
I bid you farewell, gentlemen.
Good night.
It's never a thing I
stranger.
understood. I very much so agree that like sure, don't just shit talk them to death, but you know, don't shit talk them into the ground or
Another break.
further
One of
into
those
the
damn
ground.
sailors came looking for trouble.
But like,
But he won't try again anytime soon. We gave him a good hiding.
So you
can
said to yourselves that
still
after
say
you
that,
see that we're in the
like,
middle of a
the
conversation.
truth of things
I told
that
you
have
to
happened.
beat it.
No, you
I told
didn't.
you to beat it.
Okay, well, now you have. Man, I wish I could take back what I did in that fight. In the tussle.
Oh yeah. He's gonna get us into trouble.
Oh, whale is actually
You can't
moved.
understand. You're not.
What could have done so much damage?
Don't put that beast back in the water. You
Cthulhu
you're
monster.
crazy. They're cops. They can't understand.
Cthulhu monsters do that much damage.
Forget it. Nobody listens to us anyway. That's no way to treat it.
Where do you think you're going?
I thought that the Hawkins case had been closed.
That's true.
So what are you doing on guard duty in front of this warehouse?
There's so much going on in
Who's asking
Darkwater
the
in
questions here, the cop or
1924.
the tourist?
You have crazy faces. Everybody here has crazy faces.
What more can you say about the death of the Hawkins family?
Not much more than what everyone knows. I wasn't on the case. They were all burnt to death, right? Up at their place.
The whole mansion went up in flames.
Don't get it into your head to go wandering around up there. It's dangerous.
Right, I
What do
will
you
go
mean by
right there.
The only one left there is old Silas, and the accident has affected him badly. He can be unpredictable, especially if a stranger starts poking around the property.
I'll kill him.
Is he a danger to the
I
public?
didn't say that.
No,
I won't kill him.
he's in his own home. Do yourself a favor. Leave him well alone.
There is not a jump.
Get it. Nobody listens to us anyway.
That's no...
You didn't tell me that the warehouse I was looking for was right in front of us.
Because its owner is dead. And I don't want to see you hanging around it. Now please, leave us to our work.
You can't understand. You're not sailors. It's a sign.
You're not sailors. Only sailors can understand.
We're no longer at home on our own island. Calm down. It's not worth the effort.
You're back again.
Yes.
What can I do for
The miraculous catch. Is it a local legend?
I fucked up shit at the
Not
bar.
at all.
Put in a good word so I can
It's
keep
an
drinking.
episode from our glorious past. Go read the story of the sailor's return to Darkwater Harbor. It's displayed on the
Darkwater
wall
Harbor.
of the stranded whale.
Okay.
I shall be on my way.
So come back and see me when you've got something new.
Wasn't a lot of information. I thought maybe there would be more. This is very, very similar to like the old Hunters DLC area, which I realize there's a lot of
You saw what
Cthulhu
happened with those sailors.
stuff.
Don't hang
in
around here
Bloodborne,
unless you want trouble
but
with the bootleggers.
This warehouse looks abandoned. Why does it interest them so much?
No doubt a question of territory, but I ain't asking. You want to know more, go ask the captain.
Good.
Everybody in
Thank
this game has a crazy face.
I've seen the kind of messages their boss sends. You're not scared of her.
Of course I am. Everyone's scared of that woman. She's not interested in small fry like me. You, on the other hand, nose around too much, you'll have dealings with her.
I shall take my leave.
Must explore everything.
It looks like there's a way in under this grate.
Okay, I feel like I must go this way. I feel like I gotta check this direction out first. It's crazy how green everything is in this game.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna get us into trouble.
Did I talk to this jabroni yet? Nope, and I can't. Investigate. What? Whoa, whoa, that's not what that said.
There.
It said investigate, yo.
Hello, old friend.
Okay. Just fucking committing crimes, huh? Didn't know we was living that life. Didn't know it was crime time. Whoa. St. Brendan, the Navigator.
St. Brendan, patron saint of sailors and travelers. Desecrated. I can't even say which language it's written in.
And I know all of the languages, so that's weird. Uh-huh. It's weird that this goes into a cult.
I've no idea what it says.
Not even a little bit. If my cult skill was up, I wonder if I would have more to say about that. I wonder how much in this game is like affected by different things. Like are there multiple ways to get into an area, and like you have to find the
live here?
best way
Why did you do that,
depending
huh?
on your skills.
We saw what you did to St. Brendan.
Yeah,
I knew
we'll
nothing.
teach you to come onto our island and ridicule our protectors.
I looked at him.
I respect your beliefs.
Our beliefs? You mean you don't believe in God?
That's irrelevant.
That's what you think.
There's you,
God damn
our
it.
beloved statue, and then those two bozos behind us. Wait, now that I think about it, it's got to be them. There's one of them who's always going back and forth to the statue.
Quieter. That's all we need for them to hear us.
What brings you to dark
Cool.
water?
Thanks.
That statue represents your local saint.
What do you mean by local, exactly?
You wouldn't be looking down at us like all townspeople do.
St. Brendan. He protected whalers and fishermen like us. Until those assholes defaced him.
Now he protects nothing.
Peculiar house.
Yeah, that's where we live. Our boat.
It's not because it doesn't float anymore that we're going to abandon it.
Isn't it a bit early for alcohol?
We got nothing better to do anyway. There's not much work around here.
Fitzroy gives us a few chores every now and again, but since the whaling station shut down, ain't a lot of jobs left around here.
So we drink.
Sorry to hear that. Happy Halloween, everybody, by the way.
The two guys behind you.
I fucking
What are
love
they
Halloween.
The bootleggers. Scum.
They're protecting their territory. From whom, I wonder?
They really don't have a choice anyway. They're more scared of Cat than an attack by drunken sailors.
If only they would kill each other.
Okay.
Is it
Who's
Cat who's shaking down Captain Fitzroy?
Hold on just a minute. We didn't tell you a thing.
Nothing at all.
Not a thing.
I've taken enough of your time.
We'll see you later.
Come on, you could tell me. No, if it gets out, I'll have serious problems with you.
How could you be dumb enough to leave the entrance to the warehouses unguarded?
Keep your voice down. Why not go and shout at the cat while you're at it? I don't want to end up with her little knife under my throat.
It's
Oh,
a
no.
stiletto, you idiot. And with that smell on your breath, I don't give you much chance anyway.
Little knife, dude. That's what a stiletto is. It's a little knife. I wish that I could, that I had like more Halloween plans. Like going out and things like that. But hanging out with you guys, and I mean, that's the plan for tomorrow or the plan for Wednesday night. I still count it as Tuesday night. Currently, the plan for Wednesday night is to, be here hanging out with you guys playing scary games, and I can certainly think of worse ways to spend Halloween, but it's always fun to go out and do stuff, but I just don't have the means.
I could use this old winch to lift the grating, but it's been completely taken to bits. There must be some spare parts amid all this clutter.
Taken to bits, even. Of course it's been taken to bits. Oh.
This handle will be perfect for the winch.
Good. Mount the handle. What do I do now? I don't have, like, an option. Am I not strong enough? Is that what's going on? I need more information than just this. Because I don't know if I'm not strong enough or if there's a glitch. Like, I need confirmation that I am indeed not strong enough to do this. Oh,
a ratchet device. Exactly what I need.
Great, fantastic. This is what I needed. How much more winch is there? This feels like all of the winch bits. There's apparently more winch bit somewhere. I wish I could see like a fully put together one somewhere.
A whale vertebra. If the newspaper clipping in the bar is true, this bone is a real fossil.
Well, that's not important. That's not what I need. Looking for winch parts.
It should be possible to mount this cogwheel on the winch.
Please be the last piece of winch that I need. I think it is. There's a check mark now.
Looks like everything is in its place. All that's left is to try to turn this handle.
Test my strength. Test your might.
Damn, I broke it.
I was too strong. Who knew? Who knew that being too strong was an option? What broke? I don't know.
Well, well. A little mouse has got lost on our turf. You're not only inquisitive, you're also stupid.
These are both true.
What gave you the crazy idea to come onto my turf?
Silence is also a valid option.
Has the cat got your tongue?
You've come for a fight. What I've got to say won't change a thing.
You're a quick learner. I decide who comes in and who stays out. And anyone who doesn't respect my rules, I punish them.
Is your name Cat?
What of it?
Maybe we can come to an understanding.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Ah! No!
Get this joker out of here. He might have a little trouble walking on his own.
Why?
Oh, I'm getting careless. I didn't see that coming. If I want to get into this warehouse, I'm going to have to deal with her.
Well then.
Come on, you can tell me. Who's this guy?
No idea. You better keep... What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking to the two soaks. Go die of thirst, the lot of you. It'll stink less.
Who does this belong to?
Kat. She's your boss.
What? You listen through keyholes.
She's the boss, yeah. She says who goes in or not.
Shut up, you dummy. You wanted to know that you also talk too much.
She must be quite intimidating if she can make two men like you tremble.
It's weird how crazy
She
everybody's
redid the
face
smile
is.
at the last one who wanted to get in.
I hope you had a good dentist.
No, you don't understand. She really cut him a new smile.
But he only smiles with the left cheek.
She sounds frightening, your boss.
And she doesn't like to be talked about behind her back.
Okay.
I went to see the statue of St. Brendan.
What makes you think we did it?
We're bootleggers, not savages.
I didn't
Who
say.
do you think defaced the statue?
I don't know.
What do I know? They could have done it by themselves.
The sailors.
Who else, in your opinion? And who's interested?
I'm interested.
So, who are you?
Are you stupid or are you doing it on purpose?
I'm
Everybody knows us on Darkwater.
I've just arrived.
Let's just say we're standing guard for the owner of the site. And we let no one enter her property.
Fee.
I've got to enter the Hawkins warehouse. I guess it's going to be complicated.
No, it's very simple, in fact. Fuck off.
I don't give a damn about your racket. I just want to get into this warehouse.
And we don't give a damn about you. Whatever your reason for wanting inside, there's nothing we can do for you.
But Kat sent me.
I've got to get inside. It's your boss who sent me.
Oh, yeah? And why didn't she say anything to us?
She sent me to see who's filching her stock.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You got no proof to back up your claims, and I'd advise you against snitching.
If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
What's with you wandering around here like a hungry dog?
We saw you talking. Go die of thirst, the lot.
Uh-huh.
I bid you gentlemen farewell. If I can't get rid of those two, I'll have to look for another way.
I thought that they were the other way.
Well, what? Did you miss us?
I have an offer that could interest you.
We're listening.
I need you to keep them busy for a while.
You send us to take the punishment while you go quietly about your business.
Yes.
What's in it for us?
What would convince you to help me?
There's only one thing that'll get us to move.
For sure. Bring us something to drink and we'll take care of the bootleggers.
Fucking got you boys.
Look what I've got.
You're a good guy, you.
I know.
Follow me.
Time to go fuck some people up.
Cheers, you jackass.
I don't feel well.
Hey, where are you going?
Say that again.
Oh. Oh no, you're leaving him to get fucked!
No, it's not what you think. It's just that you shouldn't.
Well, sorry that your friend did that to you. That's not my problem. It does, however, suck to be you right now. This is interesting in that, like, it's really, you know, taking its time setting up as much sort of like background and mood as possible.
Let's see.
Which I appreciate. I really like.
Perfect. Oh, this place stinks.
I will be right back. Hey, I'm right back. I couldn't, in all good conscience, go any longer without having some candy on Halloween. Oh no. I'm so sure. Something just got unplugged. Oh, okay. It's fine. It was just the controller that I'm not using.
What is the connection between this place and the Sarah Hawkins case?
Hold on now. There's a detective mode? Cat, a boss of a gang of bootleggers, which seem to use Darkwater as a hideout. Cat always keeps an eye on her territory, the zone of abandoned warehouses, on the docks. I have the impression all the men on Darkwater fear her. Even Mitchell, the owner of the stranded whale, is reluctant to talk about her. She uses Darkwater as the point of departure for her cargoes of whiskey, slowly gnawing away at Captain Fitzroy's territory. Submenus? Oh. Detective mode!
The glass is shattered, like someone smashed it. Was it before or after the removal of these bandages?
Huh.
Who has enough money to buy painkillers, but stays in a place like this?
Somebody who spends all their money on painkillers.
It smells as bad as it looks. Can't sleep. I know how that feels. Is this one of Sarah Hawkins' paintings?
I'm not ready.
What is this picture of Charles and Sarah Hawkins doing here?
Somebody's sleeping on a gross blanket. Who holds a picture and sleeps on gross blankets? A lot of games putting in a detective vision these days. Is that 4 points? It is, which means I can up my psychology. But I was able to, I was able to upgrade them before. Just not anymore, I guess. Weird. Please. Officially unused since Charles Hawkins' death, this warehouse recently housed a clandestine resident. Signs of life attest to the fact. The presence of blood-stained bandages must also be noted, probably removed from a wound as well. There's pills, painkillers, sleeping pills. Oh, as well as pills, painkillers, and sleeping pills. Moreover, the occupant seems to be obsessed with Sarah Hawkins, as attested by the presence of several documents connected to the artist's life. Discovery of Photoshop. Okay. God, I'm so...
Someone has settled in here.
And whoever it is has something to tell me about the Hawkins case. Is there anyone in there? You! Don't move! You again.
Can I help you?
I told you to stay away from this warehouse.
It's clear that you knew the victims. I'm sorry to dig up bad memories.
I can still see the poor child lying burned on the floor of their drawing room. We had to tear him off. The marks must still be there. They're in my mind anyway.
It's horrendous. I'm going to need your experience to bring him justice, Officer Bradley. Can you explain what this painting is doing here?
This strange portrait. Wait, I know it.
It was in the Hawkins mansion when we came
Yeah,
to
he fucking loves me now!
So you confirm that it was removed from the crime scene. Interesting. I'd like to go and see the mansion now.
Of course. You want to go back along his trail? I'd like to understand how this painting made it to here. Come on. My car's parked down the way.
Yeah, fucking teaming up with Officer Bradley.
And open your eyes, damn it. This guy went right under your nose. God damn it. Her again. This case has nothing to do with you.
Careful, Cat, or I will
Clear the
fall
passage
in
or I'll
love.
shut you up for obstruction.
Officer Bradley, you've finally grown a pair. Too bad you're too fat to see them down there.
Why, you?
Come on, keep the smile. You don't want to force me to widen it.
Okay, I get it. Can we go to the mansion now?
I thought I'd straightened you out, mister. I am disappointed, but we'll meet again.
You have fucking crazy hand movements,
Is it far,
though.
this mansion?
Look behind you, at the top of the ridge. You see the building?
I've never seen somebody's hands go like that.
That's the Hawkins mansion.
Move that
Come
much.
on, we got some driving to do.
That doesn't look burnt down to me. God, I wish I didn't have just early morning after early morning after early morning. I need to, or if I do have early morning after early morning, like to be a consistent thing. I don't know. I need my schedule to even out. It's digging into me, but hopefully not for too much longer. Pierce managed to get into the warehouse. The place, thought to be abandoned, revealed some surprises, signs of recent occupation as well as partly charred painting. Interrupted in his search by Officer Bradley, Pierce convinced him to join his investigation. The police officer was willing to drive the detective to the Hawkins mansion, where we will start Chapter 3. It looks like Cat already fucking widened your smile once. But I have a super early morning tomorrow. Unfortunately.
Well, here we are, Hawkins mansion. The place has been abandoned since the fire. There's only old Winchester in his hut.
I prefer to be prepared if there's going to be trouble.
It's a wise attitude. But apart from old Silas and some rotten floorboards, there's nothing to worry about.
You're talking about Winchester?
That's
yes.
right. The Hawkins' old caretaker.
The old
Strictly
caretaker.
speaking, he ain't dangerous. But since the tragedy, he's been a little touched. Though he's a remarkably sturdy man, given his age.
He's just a little
True
touched.
force of nature.
A sad old man doesn't worry me.
Gee, if you don't want to listen to my advice, we might as well go, right?
Your partner, Andrews, warned me against
What?
him.
You managed to get something out of that bum? I'll end up asking you for advice.
He talks too much. He inferred that old Silas was slightly unhinged.
Oh, he's just a bit
That's
touched.
Not far off the mark, I suppose. but kinda unfair at the same time. You know,
Bless his
Silas
heart. He's
Winchester
just
has
a
been
little
working for the
touched.
Hawkins family as far back as I can remember. Charles was like a son to him. The day of the fire, he lost his whole family, so he's got nowhere to go. And, as you'll see, in a way, he's still watching over them. Is there anything else you want to ask me? Or do you want to go up there?
I have so much.
You're the one who looked after the Hawkins case.
Don't think I was trying to hide it. It's just that this discovery shakes my convictions.
That's why you're so keen to find out who removed the painting from the mansion.
Yes. If something escaped us, or if there's been a law enforcement error, then it's up to the police to make good its mistake. Anything else?
I don't believe the fire is the only reason this house is in such a state.
This place
It's
was
a
a
very
dump
old
before
building,
it
no?
burnt down.
Its foundations would probably date from the arrival of the first settlers.
It's got nothing to do with Charles Hawkins' debts.
Huh. You've already begun to nose around, it would seem.
My job,
so,
yo.
since you already know it, the Hawkins family couldn't afford the upkeep of this house. It remains to be seen what they did with all their money.
Ow,
I
ow.
wager it was Charles Hawkins' travels.
Good job.
Let's go up there. Unless you still have questions.
I see no scorched trees or fire damage on the building.
You're pretty damn observant, ain't you? The fire was quickly contained. Old Silas acted as soon as he could.
Not soon enough to save the Hawkins.
They were trapped in the drawing room. And don't go troubling Silas anymore. His guilt torments him enough as it is.
So it's just like
Are
one
we gonna
room?
take a closer look at this mansion, or do you have other questions?
Just like one room
Night
caught
falls
fire.
quickly here, and I want to be able to see when we arrive.
I'll go with you, if only to reassure Silas.
Thank you. I would like this, yes.
Why not? You can help.
Right. Let's go.
Garden of Hawken Manor. But there's all this over here. Does all of this get ignored? I don't want to ignore all of this. But I also want to follow you, especially if you're just gonna keep walking on your own. Shit. Well, hold on, there's stuff up here. Or there's stuff over here.
Poor kid. Poor kid. Charles Hawkins' grave. Who could have done this?
I told you. Silas Winchester is still watching over the Hawkins family.
I must say, it's pretty gloomy.
So,
Well,
Detective, does this place inspire any thoughts?
Why were they buried here?
I was given to believe that it was Charles Hawkins' wish.
Strange idea. I imagine Webster wasn't too pleased.
Mrs. Hawkins' father? It's said that he's devastated.
Let's go to the mansion.
I don't want us to ever leave our home.
Please give me a minute. I didn't expect to set foot back here after the burial. What kind of deranged in...
The flowers on Sarah Hawkins' grave are fresh. The caretaker takes great care of these graves.
It's a job, even. Who could have thunk it? God. Look at this. Look at this big spook's house. This big scurry house. This house is spooks. It's a spook house. It's a spooky manor. Sherlock Holmes, The Mystery of the Spooky Manor. That seems like a legitimate title.
This entrance is still in use.
Well, hello, cutscene. I wanted to keep walking.
Whoa!
Whoa, dog!
You are trying to force the door, you nosy prick!
Easy, sir, all right? Put down the axe.
You know what we do with rubble like you? We gut them. Dump them into the ocean.
I have to make a strength check against Silas.
You're Mr. Winchester. Lower that axe. Let's talk calmly.
I'll show you how we have it out on Darkwater.
You haven't forgiven yourself. You stay here to honor the memory of the deceased.
That's true. I want no more violence. No more tragedy.
It's painful to be the last.
Well, then fucking stop brandishing an axe at people.
Understood. I'm listening.
The police report describes a domestic accident, but Stephen Webster has several reasons to believe that this may not be the case.
No, he has like
Webster
one.
Is as stubborn as an old mule. And I did tell him that we should let the dead rest in peace.
He wants
like
to restore
one piece of evidence. I mean, it was a crazy painting, but
I just need to see where the fire started.
No, I can't let you in. The mansion isn't safe.
That's why you barricaded the entrance.
That's right.
And this door?
It's locked, and I make sure it stays that way.
The sooner I carry out my investigation, the sooner I wrap up the case and return to Boston. After which, you'll never hear of me again.
Huh. I like the sound of that. But I
listening.
have a better idea. You leave right now, and you never come back. Officer Bradley, this hood was trying to break in.
Hood?
Do something, Bradley, or this story will have a nasty ending.
I vouch for him, Silas. He's working with us. We have reason to believe that someone entered the mansion and stole some paintings.
Impossible. I would have seen it.
Better safe than sorry. Now let us in. I promise to keep an eye on this one.
Okay, then. I'll leave the key with you. You could have told me that earlier, Sonny.
Let's see what more I can learn from this man.
You had an axe in my face. Don't try to put an axe in my face and then be like, oh, well, sorry, misunderstanding.
This gate is locked.
MFB, dog. I'm not gonna like not explore an area. So
The poor wretch seems to spend the best part of his time isolated from the world. Rather Spartan. The caretaker has simple tastes.
Game save right before the caretaker sees you muddling around in his shit. Fucks you up. What was the purpose of moving that? Maybe for a later thing? I bet it's for a later thing. Alright, game. I'm ready for some more Cthulhu in my call. Aww.
Pierce, shall we enter?
You got call in my Cthulhu. You got Cthulhu in my call.
Let's take a look inside.
I'm with you.
Pierce and Officer Bradley explore the gardens of the Hawkins mansion. Family lies in the graveyard of the property, guarded by Silas Winchester, the old caretaker. Still faithful to his employers. Keeps watch on the place, armed with an axe. Pierce and Bradley manage to calm him down and finally get a hold of the key to Hawkins mansion. They enter the building, looking for the scene of the fire. Kiltano, how's it going? Welcome. Glad to have you.
Follow me. I know the place.
No. I'm going to explore...
Who left this light on?
2 character points. I just spent them though. Why has everybody got green spooky light all over the place?
The Last Supper of the Hawkins. What does this tell me?
Gross. Fucking detective vision!
What kind of meat is this?
Oh god, they were eating Cthulhu meat!
This place is for the head of the family, Charles Hawkins.
That's what happens when you eat Cthulhu meat. Shit goes awry. There's gotta be more.
The boy was probably here. Smashed his plate on the floor.
How dare you waste the meat of the old ones?
Sarah Hawkins' plate. Why did she leave it untouched?
What do you mean this is
Something
meat of the old
happened at this
ones?
table.
Well, I can't eat that. I'm a
An argument?
vegetarian. No.
Hey, Pierce. Daydreaming again?
Working, officer. This dinner table tells us a lot about the Hawkins family life.
Well, we don't have all day. The scene of the fire is next door.
But what is this? It has an eyeball and little babby tentacles.
Silas managed to bring the fire under control, but it was already too late for the Hawkins.
Was Charles Hawkins some kind of explorer?
Charles Hawkins poses like an explorer in front of exotic ruins. It's common knowledge. Why does he have a gun in front of the pyramids? Who takes this picture? Like, I get that it was 1900s, but...
Charles and Sarah's wedding was painted by Sarah herself. Let's see if I can find something the cops missed.
Who just takes a goofy picture like
Let's
that?
see if I can find something the cops missed.
Look how cool I am with my elephant gun in front of the pyramids.
The child's corpse left a trace. Where are the others? Was Charles Hawkins a heavy drinker? If the painting I found on the docks really came from here, how come it didn't burn?
Because images of the old gods don't burn.
They had a fight. Why?
He seemed to be aggressive from the things that I have found in this house.
Did Sarah Hawkins lose one of her shoes? How?
Looks like by getting the fucking shit smacked out of her. I seem to be stuck in this mode. Uh-oh. Oh,
Did
wait.
it stop at the time of the fire?
Probably. I think that I heard that that's a thing that clocks do.
Did someone escape the fire?
Interesting. No more detective vision.
Blood. This lamp was thrown. This was no accident.
This lamp was thrown with blood.
This was a fight.
And somebody threw an oil lamp at a person? What? That doesn't... No.
Someone fell here.
That's too mean.
A desperate attempt to flee.
Being on fire is a terrible way to go.
And the boy.
So, Detective, what do you make of it?
Much of this evidence simply contradicts the investigation's findings.
Really? Tell me about it.
Yeah, I didn't want to be a dick about it.
I found a bottle of whiskey. Empty.
Charles sure liked a drink.
No glass. I suspect one of them drank heavily to calm down. Charles, most probably.
Yeah, Charles always was a drinker.
Who says that bottle hadn't been there for a while?
Gotta love him.
I can tell where young Simon was, but not his parents. Where were their bodies found?
I can't help you on that one. Charles and Sarah's bodies had already been carried away when I got here.
Without your authorization? By whom?
Marshall, Andrews, Chief West. We never deal with cases like that, you know. So... well...
I'm sorry, Bradley. It would seem at least one person fled the crime scene.
What'd you say?
That mark on the door. Someone's hand slid down there. The left side has no mark. The door was open and that someone left.
For God's sake. I mean, if it's Charles or Sarah, they wouldn't have left their son.
They would rather die in the flames as a family instead of calling for help? I don't buy it.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, dude, I gotta tell you. It's that thing of, like, you hope that in a fire you go grab your kid, but, like... that's just also not a thing that is, like, inside of everybody, and some people just see fire and fucking run. And you don't know until you're in the middle of a fire.
I suspect this lamp caused the fire.
That's what the investigation suggested, too.
But does your report mention the bloodstains? The lamp didn't fall, it was thrown at someone.
For heaven's sakes, no. The report doesn't mention that.
Goddamn, we suck.
I was under the impression the fire started around midnight.
Yes, Silas banged on our door around 1 a.m. Poor devil ran so hard he was almost belching his lungs out.
This clock burned before 10 p.m.
That's impossible. What you imply? Silas never would have hurt the Hawkins family. Besides, Dr. Fuller confirmed the hour of death in his report. Your clock must have already have stopped.
Honestly, you don't find that suspicious?
That's troubling, I have to admit. But I trust Silas. And Dr.
Why?
Fuller is an authoritative figure. The mainland folks are damned envious that he's here with us. A brilliant surgeon, and a friend of the family. I'm sure he took the matter to heart.
Why do you
I
trust
see no
all these people
reason
so
without his
implicitly?
So be it. Let's move on. I firmly believe this fire was more
fucking
than just an accident.
terrible police work
What's your theory?
of the 1920s, where evidence didn't matter and it was just hunches. This is a crime of passion?
I think the Hawkins couple got into a fight.
You sure of that?
There's only one way to be sure.
Let me go back into detective vision.
I just ask that you don't disturb anything. If Chief West found out about what we're doing, I'd be in serious trouble.
This door is locked.
Whoa, 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 okay? Calm yourself, game. Hey, the history of medicine.
These bandages are covered in dried blood.
More bandages.
The same bandages that I saw in the warehouse on the docks. And given the bloodstains, I'd also say that it's the same person.
Why? Is there something weird about the bloodstains? Is it a, like, slightly different color of blood than normal blood? Why would you assume bandages from same person? I mean, it's
The
not...
lyrics of the drunken sailor, a sea shanty.
It's not like an unreasonable guess, but to say, like, they must be from the same person because of the bloodstains is weird.
This door is blocked from the outside.
Why is that leg of that table so drastically shorter than the rest of the legs? Who broke it?
An original edition of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein, dated 1818.
Neat. There's occult noises coming from there. I must go upstairs. Well, I can't go upstairs. I found a crowbar.
A crowbar could prove useful. This door is blocked from the outside.
But I have a crowbar. Shouldn't it be fine now?
Moby Dick, Melville's classic. The epic battle between man and whale. Mandatory reading for any whaler, I guess. This piano is in disrepair. Looks like the Hawkins kept it more for decoration than for music.
Dude, this mansion's in disrepair.
This place was falling apart long
This mansion
before the
needs to be
fire.
repaired.
A book on the first inhabitants of the island. It seems they got here around the 14th century.
It's upsetting. it would seem she did that painting as well.
What do you know about Charles Hawkins' activities?
Well, not much, to be honest. We all assumed the Hawkins lived on Charles's inheritance. If you're right, we should be able to find clues among the Hawkins' personal effects.
What are they using to make all of these lamps glow this weird green color? Oh no, we're turning on as many green lamps as we can.
Darkwater history. This place was settled back in 1692 by two families that seceded from the New England colonies.
The thing that's going to take me the longest with this game is the fact that like I'm going to look in every nook and cranny.
The island's staple diet last century.
It's gonna really slow down progression for me because I'm like the thought of missing anything upsets me.
There's something disturbing about this painting.
It's crazy bullshit.
There's something disturbing about this painting.
Well, I don't see anything disturbing about that.
20,000 leagues under the sea. Another story about the mysteries of the deep.
It's almost as if these people lived on an island, though. People that were obsessed with fishing. It's crazy. Yeah, man, that's so crazy. Oh hey, I made it upstairs.
What could Sarah have done to make this person threaten to call the police?
Dear Sir, as you know, I've always held you and your family in high respect. Unfortunately, I can no longer continue to close my eyes on the behavior of your wife. Last week, she again terrified my clientele. I know that she means no harm, but you should place her in the care of Dr. Fuller. He alone seems to be able to make her come to her senses. Oh no. If these disturbances were to recur, believe me that although it would feel like torture, I would be obligated to involve the police. Respectfully yours, Anton Welland. I saw spooks. I saw a spooky spook. It got me. Or maybe it was just like that picture in the lightning. I don't know, but it fucking got me.
Locked.
I have a crowbar.
The boys' room.
I don't like how dark it is in here.
A child's fort. From what threat was Simon protecting his world?
It's a very interesting way to look at a child's fort.
Tom Sawyer.
It's not like a wrong
Mark
way.
Sarah must have read it to him before bed. Sleeping pills. Strong for an 11-year-old boy. What was wrong with this family?
Who isn't taking sleeping pills in this world?
What nightmarish vision could have inspired them?
That's a Cthulhu. I see a Cthulhu.
Simon's troubles went beyond family problems. That kid saw something. Something terrified him.
hold that down, huh?
What will her room reveal about her?
Sir Hawkins' sketches look more like a gallery of horrors.
Barbiturates. Sarah Hawkins must have been extremely agitated, resorting to such a treatment.
Sarah Hawkins was down to party. That scared the shit out of me. What is causing that light over there? Well, whatever.
This padlock is too complicated for me. It's no use. The padlock won't give.
Oh no, I'm not good enough. Did find a key, though. Oh, I found a big occult.
The door is blocked on the other side. Despite what happened, they seem to have loved each other. This ledger lists all of the paintings Sarah Hawkins sold.
Man, she was putting up some fucking number. Oh, well, I guess that one was returned. But Jesus.
It seems the last one was given for free to a Francis Sanders. I wonder why. Sarah Hawkins' agent was getting worried. Seems she wasn't giving any signs of life.
My very dear Sarah, ever since you left to bury yourself away on that lost island, your art's been attracting increasing numbers of collectors. I beg you to send me some new paintings. The last one, so somber and strange, moving as no other paintings have been, are selling at a premium price. Your percentage of these most recent sales is attached. Do not forget your friends who was first to recognize your genius and display it to the world. Affectionately yours, Maximilian L.
Was Sarah Hawkins interested in the occult? What was she trying to achieve?
Fucking somebody was. If the creature's not yet anchored in our dimension, an expulsion ritual might work. As long as the person performing it makes sure that he integrates the elder sign among the glyphs to make up the ceremonial circle. Be careful though, because the works that describe the creation of such circles are not all of proven reliability. Doing a big clue.
Bradley? Is that you?
Scared the shit out of me.
Is anyone there?
I don't like it. My God, his hands are enormous. I mean, he's practically fucking like doing this to this lantern. He has the biggest hands I've ever seen. But that's me. And it's beautiful. Oh god, an occultist!
You! Stop!
Must stop. No. Oh god, catch the thief.
Bradley,
Where?
did you see which way he went?
Who?
God
I
damn
didn't
it.
see anyone. I just heard some noise. Are you all right?
A man was hiding on the upper level. He ran when he saw me. He can't be far. This door is blocked from the outside.
I'll cover you.
This door was closed earlier.
Richard, listen.
Where did he go? Seems like this came from a log.
Darkwater Island, we sailed north all morning. Captain Hamilton is confident. He says that we'll beat the Orpheus this season. May God be merciful. What was that, Monday, 24th May, 1847? Sunday, 30th of May, 1847. I preferred it when the whales disappeared without trace. With these carcasses, we could no longer ignore their sad fate. What's eating these huge beasts? Told Hamilton it was a bad omen. He doesn't care. Tuesday, 1st of June. We dropped an anchor near a village. The inhabitants say that the waters are red with the blood of the sacred beasts, and to follow them is to defy the gods. Told them that I only fear God Almighty, but in the loneliness of the hold, I'm scared. Friday, 4th of June. We've sighted a huge whale in the distance. Its size seems to be beyond anything known to man. Sends out an infernal song. Hamilton wants to fuck it. Wednesday, 23rd of June. We caught it! It's the most grotesque whale I've ever seen. It'll go into memory as the biggest catch ever. Men have died, but we have gained glory. This day will be celebrated for years to come. P.S. Hamilton fucked it. Tuesday, 29th of June, Darkwater. We've beaten the Orpheus, returned with the empty holds. The Scylla and Hamilton are their only memories.
This globe seems to have been part of some mechanism.
Interesting.
Do you really think that your fugitive came in here? I don't see any way out.
Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
I don't yet know oh, that's...
The Scylla. It's the boat that was stranded at the entrance to the harbor.
Hold on, let me... move myself up here. Wait, oh no. Yeah, okay. Cool.
It looks like a freehand map of Darkwater. Certain areas have been highlighted. I wonder why.
This is a shitty map.
Clearly, Charles Hawkins knew Captain Fitzroy very well. I wonder who the man with the glasses is in the photograph. Probably another friend of Hawkins.
Well, there's Dr. What's-his-face.
It looks like an old Seaway map. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log. Doesn't work. I must have missed something.
Alright, hold on.
Doesn't work. There must be a link with the Seaway map.
42 north, 70 west.
As if the bookcase has been moved several times. Doesn't work. There must be a link with the Seaway map.
33. I don't know. 47 north, 55 west.
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
I don't know if I'm doing this right. 49 north, 61 west.
There must be a link with the Seaway map.
47, 55? Wait, is that not a thing I did? I feel like that's a thing I did. So it would be like here. And yeah, that, okay, hold on.
There must
that
be a
was
link
what I did.
with the Seaway map.
49, 61.
Doesn't work. There must be a link with the Seaway map. Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
Uh-huh.
Looks like the navigational paths described in the log.
I did it!
Looks like it worked.
Also happens to be
Well done,
just like directly in the middle of the fucking compass, which would have been just a good guess in general. But I did it my way. Inside the Hawken mansion, the scene of the fire revealed its secrets. Pierce and Officer Bradley, now on the trail of a survivor, had undertaken search for the place, looking for proof. When a hooded man leaped into Sarah Hawkins' workshop to steal a painting, detective and police officers set off after him. By following him to the office of Charles Hawkins, they discovered a secret passage.
Secret passage, under the manor. It's like a detective novel. That guy must have already gotten far.
Unfortunately, as I mentioned, I have a very early day tomorrow. The uncertainty of everything that's like, where it's just randomly all of a sudden like, oh, now I have to wake up at 8:30 or whatever. Like it's killing me. It's eating away at me. But hopefully, we'll get started. I had to also like do an emergency run to the store, which is why I started late tonight. Hopefully tomorrow night we'll get started on time, or ideally we'll get started earlier than normal, and we'll play more of this game because I'm super intrigued. We're gonna go into this fucking house, underground passageway thing. It's been a super interesting game so far, like storyline wise. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how it evolves as things move on. But yeah, so we're gonna call it here for tonight. It's been great having you guys. Happy Halloween, everybody. Yes, tomorrow is gonna be our big Halloween stream with Cthulhu Halloween stream. So good night, everybody. As always, it has been great having you, and I hope to see you on the next episode. Goodbye.